Hello, English-speaking world, all the German learners, I greet you. In this video I want to talk about German subclauses. Let's look at this sentence. Ich mag das. I like that. Das is the object. Now, if you want to replace das with a noun, for example, der Film, the movie, then the sentence would be like this. Ich mag den Film. I like the movie. But let's say instead of der Film, you would like to put a sentence there. For example, der Film ist auf Englisch. The movie is in English. So if you want to say that you like this, you would do it like this. Ich mag, Komma, das, with double S. The comma separates the two sentences and das initiates the subclause. And now you would say the sentence that is supposed to be the object with one difference. The first verb, verb 1, the conjugated verb, has to move to the very end of the sentence. So it is, ich mag, dass der Film auf Englisch ist. Ich mag, dass der Film auf Englisch ist. I like that the movie is in English. The object sentence is now a subclause and part of the other sentence. This means that it doesn't start with a capital letter anymore. Let's take a look at some examples. Ich mag das. I like that. Ich weiß das. I know that. Ich sehe das. I see that. Ich will das. I want that. Ich möchte das. I would like that. Wir lernen Deutsch. We learn German. Er kommt aus Korea. He comes from Korea. Die Sonne scheint. The sun is shining. Du gibst mir Geld. You give me money. Ihr antwortet auf Deutsch. You answer in German. So if you combine these sentences, it is Ich mag, dass wir Deutsch lernen. I like that we learn German. Ich weiß, dass aus Korea kommt. I know that he's from Korea. Ich sehe, dass die Sonne scheint. I see that the sun is shining. Ich will, dass du mir Geld gibst. I want you to give me money. Ich möchte, dass ihr auf Deutsch antwortet. I want you to answer in German. So this is the abstract formula. You have subject, verb, and verb 2 if you have the past, for example. And then you have the comma, das, and then you have the subclause structure, which has verb 1 at the very end. Okay, now you know how to use a sentence as an object. But what if this sentence is a question? Let's say we have a sentence like this. Sie weiß das. She knows that. And we have a question like, ist der Film auf Englisch? Is the movie in English? How can you say that she knows the answer to this question? It works the same way with one exception. Instead of das, you use the word ob. So the sentence would be, sie weiß, ob der Film auf Englisch ist. She knows if the movie is in English. Now, this question has no question word. It is a yes or no question. If the question, however, has a question word, for example, was, wer, wo, instead of ob, you would use the question word. For example, wer hat den Film gesehen? Who has seen the movie? Sie weiß, wer den Film gesehen hat. She knows who has seen the movie. And that's it. Simple, right? So let's take a look at what we've learned. If you want to use a sentence as an object, use comma, das, and then the subclause structure. If you want to use a question as an object, use comma, ob, and the subclause structure. If the question, however, has a question word, use comma and the question word plus subclause structure. Question words are, for example, wer, was, wo, wem, wen, warum, wieso, wann, those W words. The subclause structure is simply the normal word order, but with the first verb at the end of the sentence. There are some other types of subclauses, but they all have the same structure. They simply start with a different word. So if you have any questions, write them in the comments and I will try to help you. Vielen Dank für Ihre Aufmerksamkeit.